Hello, this is Chris with Pixel Freak. Today I'm taking a look at Gameloft's new game, Zombiewood. And no, this is not a game about undead boners. This is actually a game about zombies infiltrating Hollywood. So it's a run and gun game with dual sticks. You run in one direction, you shoot in the other. Let's go ahead and just jump right in to the game. And your goal here is to kill all the zombies. So in this level, that is the goal. Kill zombies. You can see in the upper left-hand corner, it says 35. I gotta kill 35 zombies. In other levels, the objective is a little bit different. Like in one of them, I actually had to babysit this little kid, so make sure he doesn't get killed while killing zombies. And in another one, I had to blow up all these fire hydrants to stop a fire, and all kinds of different mechanics. So this isn't your standard just run and gun type of shooter. This actually has a bunch of different game types in it, and you can see though that it's pretty much the standard gameplay, and the gameplay is the same for every single level. It's just the objectives are a little bit different. So also in the game, as you can see, I am getting coins off the enemies. You can see my gold coins are currently at 2,115. You get, I think, 5 per coin, and those can be used to upgrade your guns. Now, this being a free game, there is a dual currency involved here, and the dollars, you can see to the right there of the gold coins, you don't get those nearly as much in the game. Luckily, this game is not quite to the freemium level that Gameville games are. This one's a little bit better than that. Most of the necessary equipment can be purchased just with the gold coins. There are some mechanics in there to make it a little bit more so you'll kind of convince you to use the cash, but most things can be bought with the gold coins. So while I'm talking about that, let's just go ahead and jump into that, and I'll show you that mechanic. Before I do that real quick, I want to show you here on the right-hand side, you can see these are objectives that are in the game, and for each reel that I get, those are golden reels. Those rate me for the level. So you can see here for the first 2 levels, I've got all 5 of the reels. For the 3rd level, I'm missing 1, and for the 4th level, I'm missing 3. So that just means that there's objectives in those levels that I haven't quite picked up yet. Heading into the store, you can see there are guns that you pop up to right away. This is where you equip your guns. I have the SMG or the Grizzly, I guess is what it's called here. And I've got dual pistols, and you can upgrade those here. So where it says here in the lower center of the screen, it says upgrade ready in 24 minutes. That means that if I were to upgrade this, which I have the cash to, let's go ahead and do that. I'll hit the buy button. I've upgraded it. So now when I go back in there to upgrade it again, I can't upgrade it for another 24 minutes. So this is a mechanic that Gameloft has put into the game in order to stop you from spending large amounts of gold, because the gold isn't really that difficult to get. They want to slow down your grinding a little bit, and I think it, at this point in the game at least, has been to a fair level. I can see later in the game it's possible that that might be prohibitive. The time does increase over time. You do get levels in the game that are based on your stars. You can see I'm 20% here at the top hand, or the top of the screen. I'm 20% into my current level. By gaining levels, you can get new equipment. You still have to buy it with gold, but by getting those levels, you can unlock it. Of course, you can go to the really high-end stuff, and you can actually buy it with the straight cash currency without even getting the levels, but that is cost prohibitive, seeing as how cash is not exactly cheap. 20 bucks is going to cost you $2, $1,300 for $99.99. I always hate seeing that $100 mark. It just makes me feel like there's some poor bastard out there that's spending hundreds of dollars for a game that's really worth maybe $5-10 bucks. You can also earn free cash. There was an icon there at the bottom. You can also buy gold. I should show that as well. But really for the gold, unless there was an option here to earn double gold somehow, it doesn't look like there is, I really wouldn't recommend purchasing gold. You get it pretty easily in the game, and grinding's not too hard either. So we'll jump out of that, and we'll show you there's a couple other things you can get here. You can upgrade your gear, which I assume is going to make your defense and your speed go up. Yes, it does. And you can also buy alternate gear. So back here, you can see there's some Call of Duty looking stuff and football stuff. There was a Frankenstein in here somewhere, looking like some Mortal Kombat stuff, and there was one that looked kind of like Gears of War. Lots of different stuff to get. You also have varying consumable items, additional experience, additional gold coin power-ups. Then you have items that you can use in the game. There's power-ups that make you fight really well. There's health packs, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You can also buy packs of different stuff, so whole bunches of equipment and various packs of things. So that's how that works. There is also in the game, let's see, we have objectives. So these objectives, you actually have to claim these once you've accomplished them. It's not like other games, kind of like Major Mayhem, where once you accomplish it, it automatically ticks it off. No, 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 no. In this game, you actually have to come into the menu and tick it off once you've done it, or else it won't get replaced by a new objective. But these are objectives just the same as that game, where once you accomplish this, you actually get the gold that is allotted here. And the last thing here is this 500 out of 500 here in the upper right hand corner. So for every set amount of time, which let's see how much it is, it's an hour. For every hour that you're playing, you get 500 gold. You just get it. It might be hour actually accumulated, not hour played, but you just get 500 gold. I wonder if I can just claim this right now. I sure can. So you can just claim it every once in a while, just get the 1 gold. But it goes up to 500, and then I recommend you claim that. It's just free money. So it's kind of a cool other mechanic that they've added in here. The last mechanic, and I guess I forgot to mention this just because I haven't used it yet, is the arena. So this requires you to sign in, and you're allowed, you can see from the screen here, you can challenge your friends, place bets against them, win cash. So it's some kind of an online component. I actually haven't used this, but it is available there. It requires a Gameloft Live account or you to log into Facebook, and I'm sure they would love to share all the information about this game with your Facebook friends. Try to get them to play as well. So let's go ahead and jump into a couple more levels. I want to run through a couple more before I close this out. Let's play this one right here. This one is Snack Attack. So in this one, I'm actually protecting cupcakes. It's kind of an interesting level. It's another mechanic in the game, not just... Actually, I should reiterate, you're not just killing zombies. There's lots of different things you actually have to do here. If I can get my controls to work right. There we go. So in this one, you have these barriers, and then you have zombies attacking each one of the barriers. Now, when you stand next to the barriers, you actually rebuild the barrier. Kind of like zombies in Call of Duty. You can rebuild the barriers. But you need to kill them so that they're not breaking down your barriers, and you need to kind of hang out by them. Apparently I wasn't close enough there. To rebuild them. You can see there's tons of levels too in the game, and as you get more of those golden reels, you unlock more of the levels. Let's go try one more level. Little son of a bitch. Let's go. And you gotta protect him. So in my view, with this game being free and it being actually a pretty good game, the only downside that I see is that even on my Transformer Prime, it feels a little teeny bit clunky. And I actually got a power-up at one point in the game that was a super speed power-up, and the game felt a lot better there. So I'm not sure what's going on, but the pace of the game, it just kind of feels off. It kind of feels like the controls are a little bit sluggish, almost like the frames per second might be bad or something. Something's a little bit sluggish. It's not totally tight. But aside from that, this is actually a pretty fun game. I've been having a really good time with it, and I don't think there's really any reason, if it's available for your device, that you shouldn't play it. This is a great game. You should go check it out. So that's it for Zombiewood. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, check out our blog, and check us out on Facebook. And until next time, this is Chris with Pixel Freak.